Besmirch looks like nothing else I've seen. The art style is this detailed pixel work rendered in washed out pinks, blues and yellows that makes everything feel off. The character portraits are expressive and almost too human for the chunky pixel bodies that are walking around. The music is even better, if not phenomenal. The quiet droning that sits in the background until the church bells suddenly blast through it. It looks and sounds great, and the concept might be even greater, even if it isn't executed perfectly. It is definitely a game to pay attention to. The game can make you uncomfortable, and the whole thing is about trying not to starve or get killed by demons in a cursed town that's falling apart. Now if this didn't catch your interest, I don't know what will. Let's take a look at this thing. You show up in Besmirch to work a farm, because the last person ran away, and basically immediately everything feels wrong. There's fog everywhere, the Baron is too cheerful, the townspeople are paranoid about an apocalypse, and things crawl around at night trying to kill you. Your job is keeping everyone alive through winter by growing crops, which sounds simple until you realize the town needs 47 crops in 25 days, or people starve. You furthermore owe the Baron money with 7% daily interest, and demons show up every night to destroy your work. The farming happens because you need it to survive, not because this is a cozy game. You till soil, plant seeds, water crops, harvest them. This is the typical stuff. At the beginning mostly beets because they grow fast. You're splitting everything 3 ways. Some to sell for money to buy weapons and supplies, some to feed yourself so you don't starve to death, and some to supply the town stockpile. So there is some underlying pressure underneath this, but without actively stressing you. Night is when things get dangerous. Demons or cursed spirits show up and attack you if you're caught outside. The game tells you to stay inside and place a crucifix on your table for protection. And yes, this works, but uses up the crucifix every night. Combat exists of course, but it's rather basic. You start with a sickle as your weapon, and can eventually buy a pistol for around 2000 coins, or a shotgun for even more. Both need ammo, which costs extra. The combat itself is simple. Equip your weapon, click on enemies, dodge their attacks. The enemies have straightforward patterns, mostly contact damage or basic swipes. Once you get guns, the night demons are not that threatening anymore. You can even kill the dark presence with just a sickle, if you're careful, though this does take a while. There are enemies also in the mines called night crawlers, crows that steal your crops and can be killed, and occasional boss type encounters, like a possessed pig you fight in a barn. Yes, it's this kind of game. The town itself is strange. NPCs give you quests and you can build relationships by gifting them food, but everyone is very paranoid and suspicious. There's a priest warning about the apocalypse, a baron who seems to control everything, and various townspeople who don't trust each other one bit. Some are also notorious liars about things. You can explore in this game beyond the farm, into areas like abandoned mines, a graveyard, the Baron's mansion even, and various of these wilderness areas. These places have loot, more dangerous enemies, and pieces of the story told throughout diary entries. There's cooking where you combine ingredients to make better food that heals more. And the game also has these little festival minigames, like throwing beads at targets, or betting on rabbit races, all in that same art style that makes even a carnival feel weird. Now the game clearly tries to do a lot. It has farming, combat, cooking, exploration, relationship building, town management, and horror all mixed together. And yes, this mostly works, but it is a bit rough around the edges. The biggest issue for some people perhaps is that the game doesn't explain things well. You tend to find out mechanics by accident, like how crops die if you don't use a crucifix at night, or that you can starve to actual death. There are also bugs like a rather serious one, where moving storage chests deletes everything inside them. Another problem is navigation. The map is big and dark, and when you're wandering around at night with just a flashlight, trying to find your way home or locate some quest objective, then it can get more frustrating than scary. The jump scares from the child NPC get old fast too. It's the same suddenly appears and screams things over and over. But when these rougher edges don't show and the game works, then it creates a very specific oppressive mood that is completely its own. The town here feels genuinely doomed, and you're just this one person trying to hold these things together, while also trying not to get killed or go broke. The pink and blue colors are everywhere, and yes, you need to dig this specific art style. The detailed character faces stare at you from menus, and yes, everything simply looks simultaneously cozy and deeply wrong. So the survival loop works because the farming gives you something concrete to do. do, while horror builds around you. The more mundane tasks mixed with genuine stakes makes both parts feel a bit more urgent. I saw someone describe this as it's survival horror that happens to use crops and cooking, instead of just ammo and health packs, and I kind of agree. Let's get to the housekeeping. Right now the game is in early access, with the main story unfinished. The developers are adding fishing, animal raising, more seasons, more dungeons, multiplayer maybe, and apparently a lot more horror. So it is still being built out, but the core idea is already there and working. I would love to see this game get much more popularity. The sheer originality of how it looks and sounds makes this worth experiencing. It really doesn't look or feel like anything else out there. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.